Imagine a world where power isn't just inherited. It's fought for, clawed from the hands of those who think they deserve it. The Duttons are back, and this isn't just another story about ranch life. Secrets are unraveling, rivalries are escalating, and a new generation is stepping into a battlefield they barely understand. Everything you thought you knew about Yellowstone is about to change. The Dutton name has always carried weight, but now the weight is heavier than ever. After the events of Yellowstone Season 5, the family is fractured, yet undeniably strong. Beth, Rip, and Carter aren't just surviving. They're recalibrating their lives under the ever-watchful eyes of those who would see them fall. Carter, once just a kid working around the ranch, is finally stepping into his own story. He's not a shadow in the Dutton legacy anymore. With casting calls for teenage boys ages 16 to 19 already underway, it's clear the writers are investing in his growth. Carter will be navigating school, friendships, first crushes, and the unique chaos that comes with being a Dutton. But growth in this family isn't straightforward. Every step forward can become a battlefield in an instant. Beth, always the strategist, faces challenges she's never encountered before. The promise she made about Jamie Jr. may not be a secret for long, and balancing Carter's adolescence with a newborn in her care is a challenge that threatens to stretch her control over the ranch to its limits. Every decision she makes is a risk, every interaction a potential spark for conflict. This is a woman who has always dominated her world, but the stakes have evolved. The ranch isn't just about land or livestock, it's about legacy, influence, and survival, and every player now has a different agenda. Secrets loom larger than ever. Dalton, a name that doesn't exist in the Yellowstone universe, may actually be the key to unraveling hidden dynamics around Carter. The classic Taylor Sheridan twist is in full effect. What's presented is rarely the whole story. Characters we thought we knew intimately are about to reveal unexpected layers. And as the Duttons contend with the new challenges of family, power, and loyalty, the viewers are invited to anticipate every betrayal, every alliance, and every moment where control slips through even the strongest hands. The world around the Duttons has grown more dangerous. Annette Bening's character, Bula Jackson, steps in as a formidable new rival, a woman whose sophistication, magnetic presence, and manipulative power rival even Beth herself. This isn't just another antagonist. Bula represents an existential threat to the Dutton dominance in Montana. She comes with her own army of allies, including Hachin, a man whose skills for fixing problems hint at both loyalty and lethal capability. Together, they are a storm moving across the landscape of the ranch, testing alliances, exposing vulnerabilities, and challenging everything the Duttons have built. Even old allies are not immune to suspicion. Ed Harris as Everett McKinney, the veteran veterinarian, introduces an element of calm and compassion into the chaos. But no one is naive in this world. Trust is currency, and everyone has a hidden motive. New characters like Rob Will, the intimidating foreman Zachariah, the convict seeking redemption, and Oriana, the free-spirited young woman, all bring new tension, new stories, and new tests for the Duttons. Every choice is calculated, yet every choice can spiral into chaos. This spin-off isn't just about survival, it's about evolution. The ranch, once a symbol of legacy and family, now becomes the ultimate proving ground for a new generation. As Carter grows, as Beth maneuvers through rivalries and responsibilities, and as Rip continues to embody loyalty, toughness, and strategy, viewers are pulled into a story that is at once intimate and epic. Every character's ambition, desire, and fear is magnified against the backdrop of the rugged Montana landscape, creating a tension that feels relentless. This is the beginning of a story where every whisper, every glance, every seemingly small decision could ignite conflict. The Duttons are not just dealing with external threats, they are wrestling with the complexities of family, legacy, and the shifting landscape of power. And as new alliances form and old bonds are tested, the line between friend and foe blurs, leaving the audience constantly questioning who will survive and who will falter. The Dutton Ranch has always been a crucible for power, and now, that fire burns hotter than ever. With Bula Jackson's arrival, Beth faces a rival who isn't just a challenge. She's a mirror of Beth's own ruthlessness. Every move Beth makes is calculated, but Bula matches her at every turn. Sophisticated, magnetic, and unafraid to manipulate, Bula brings a level of intensity the Duttons haven't faced before. Her presence forces the family to adapt, to strategize beyond what they thought possible. No longer is it just about defending the ranch. It's about defending the very identity of the Dutton legacy. Rip, always the enforcer and protector, finds himself stretched thin. His loyalty is unwavering, but even he cannot predict every ripple Bula and her allies create. Hachin, Bula's right-hand man, operates with a quiet menace. He fixes problems, but the question is whose problems? The Duttons have faced many threats, but this combination of intelligence, cunning, and sheer force will may be their most dangerous challenge yet. Every encounter, every negotiation, carries the weight of potential disaster. It's a chess game where every piece can be a weapon, and the Duttons must stay 10 steps ahead or risk losing everything. Meanwhile, the younger generation is navigating a world that is just as complicated but in different ways. Carter's growth is central to the story, not only as a teenager trying to find his place, but also as the symbolic bridge between the old guard and the future of the ranch. Oriana, the free-spirited young woman in his life, introduces challenges he's never faced. She's independent, strong-willed, and unafraid to challenge him, and her presence will test his judgment, his values, and his emerging sense of responsibility. The dynamics between them aren't simple. They're layered, emotional, and sometimes explosive, reflecting the complexities of growing up in a family where every action has consequences that echo across generations. At the same time, smaller, seemingly minor characters hold the potential to disrupt the balance in dramatic ways. Zachariah, the former convict seeking redemption, embodies the uncertainty of second chances. His intentions may be pure, but the environment he steps into is anything but forgiving. Mistakes are costly, and redemption often comes at a price higher than anyone anticipates. Rob Will, the intimidating new foreman, brings unpredictability into a world where predictability is often the only shield against chaos. Even Rip, with his experience and instincts, must evaluate who can be trusted, who is a liability, and who may tip the scales in favor of disaster. Beth's battles are not just external. She navigates her own ambitions, her responsibilities to the family, and her desire to protect those she loves. Managing Carter, a teenager with his own ideas, and Jamie Jr., a baby whose existence holds secrets that could destabilize everything, is a constant balancing act. Every decision is a test of her intelligence, her patience, and her capacity to control outcomes that often resist her influence. This isn't just about family. It's about the assertion of power in every aspect of life on the ranch. The ranch itself is more than a backdrop, it's a character. The Montana landscape is harsh, beautiful, and unforgiving. It mirrors the struggles of the Duttons, amplifying their triumphs and failures. The open plains, rugged terrain, and unpredictable weather are constant reminders that control is never absolute. Every threat, from human adversaries to environmental challenges, serves to heighten the stakes, making the Duttons' victories more satisfying and their failures more harrowing. Even the smallest details carry meaning. Casting choices, character introductions, and the timing of events are carefully orchestrated to maintain suspense. The narrative threads are woven together, each influencing the other in ways that create tension, surprise, and emotional depth. As viewers, we are drawn into a web of intrigue where every action, every dialogue, and every decision has consequences that ripple far beyond the ranch. Nothing is coincidental, and nothing is safe from scrutiny. The Duttons' world is evolving, and the audience is positioned to witness it all. Family dynamics, rivalries, alliances, and betrayals converge into a narrative that is both intimate and epic. The stakes are clear. Survival is not guaranteed, and power is never secure. The tension between old and new, experienced and inexperienced, loyal and opportunistic, creates a pressure cooker of emotion, strategy, and suspense. For anyone invested in the Yellowstone universe, this spin-off promises to deliver the drama, intrigue, and complexity that have defined the franchise from the beginning.